Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the hit podcast No Promo. I am Dean, and joining me as always, we have Nate, my very dear friend.
Hello,
Nate.
Dean. Hello. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing so fucking good, man.
I'm doing great too.
You got your fucking leaf blower started.
I got my leaf blower started today. 4 long days. You want to know what happened? I called Lowe's and I was like, guys, I got to bring this back. I'm bringing it in today. It's not working. And the lady started talking about like return periods and like 2 days and how it's been 3 days. I'm like, the thing doesn't work. I'm going to bring it in and get a new one. Mm-hmm. And right after I hung up the phone, I went out and tried it one more time and it started right up.
Well, that's because you had the righteous anger.
I had righteous indignation on my side today.
Right.
And it worked. And I was able to show my wife that it was started, and she doesn't have the ick anymore about me and the leaf blower. Big. So that's good.
That's huge for you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my computer broke, and I can't get my computer to work. But that's fine.
Oh, hell yeah.
But that's okay. It's not completely broken.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to. You were pulling the ripcord on your computer too many times.
The ripcord on my computer. I flooded my computer.
Yeah.
My 2-stroke computer.
Well, Nate, what do we do on No Promo? No Promo is a podcast committed to sharing with you advertisements and promoted posts for things you have no interest in seeing, right? We don't want to see ads, but we see them every goddamn day.
And we're seeing a lot of great ads these days, Dean, because regulations are going down, barriers are being torn apart, and we're allowed to see some of the craziest people pay to show us their deepest, darkest ramblings on most of our social media sites.
Yeah, whether they're horrifying video ads for a game where you collect donuts to make your character's ass larger for a twerk off at the end of a plane that stretches into the abyss, or that's McDonald's Kuwait's newest LTO. You know, we see a lot of stuff like that.
Makes me smile.
I love to see what they're getting at McDonald's in France or whatever.
I've been getting an ad on YouTube where a guy is building towers to shoot a bunch of red and blue guys that are running towards the towers. And he's like, oh, now we got these big beefers coming up. And he says that every time, and I have to see it every time I play an ad on YouTube. I'm like, big beefers. You got to build a crossbow to take care of the big beefers.
And I'm always saying that. But Nate, we've got a great guest, so let's not waste any more of Rob's
I hate talking
time.
to you.
Yeah, I know. So we have with us podcast producer and host from the fantastic podcast Bill and Rob's An Excellent Adventure and Vanderpump Robs. It's Rob Schulte, everyone.
Hello, the big beefer himself is here. I'm ready.
Welcome, Rob. Welcome, the big beefer.
Look, I feel like there's probably some pretty overt problems with a game design where you're shooting people wearing red and blue, but it's redeemed again by just calling people big beefers.
Yeah.
I think about like a meal. This is what the ads do to me. I think about going and getting some sort of specialized hamburger at that point.
Ooh.
And then it's one, right? Like, can we imagine if there was a big beefer meal? Like
the big beefer meal.
I'd be eating a big beefer every night
for a moment and just think about that. Yeah, that's great.
Huge chunk of tomato on the big beefer.
There's that heart attack
tomato
grill out here. I live in Las Vegas, Rob, and there's that heart attack grill out here, and they'll give you a burger with like 16 patties on it. They'll give you a big beefer.
Damn, I was just out in Vegas.
You were in Vegas.
I went to Super Frico at one point.
Okay, tell me how that is, because that's...
Okay. Look.
Nate lives above it. His house is up. So he's been curious.
You actually get half off of your rent because you do one of like the dance shows every 15 minutes. Like,
I juggle stuff, yeah.
The theme this week is challengers, and you're going to come out in your tennis outfit. No, wow. I have a friend who was on like the first season of a Lisa Vanderpump show called Vanderpump Villa, which is like the attempt of Hulu trying to be like, we can do it too.
Okay.
And he's a great guy, and he like spilled all of the silliness of creating a reality television show. But he's like, I want to just show you, because he works at he's like a concierge type person, manager of restaurants and stuff. Has been all around the place. He's currently like managing Netflix Bites, which
I gotta get to Netflix Bites, Rob.
let me tell you, we can talk about that in a moment. But he's like, I'm going to take you to some of these other places. We're going to go to Lisa Vanderpump's Pinkies, and then we're going to go to Super Frico. And I mean, it was fun, but it was also just like a museum tour. Right?
That's
it was
awesome.
Just like someone's there that's like, look, this restaurant was here. It's where absinthe started before it moved to this other area. Showed us like the secret rooms that were built in like,
Love a secret room bar.
But like Super Frico itself is just like a carnival themed. That's the only way I can say it. They would probably have better words to describe it. But like
it's an experience.
Themed rooms. But yeah, every 15 minutes, a different like performance happened.
Okay.
And there was also like drag cow pretending to be a server walking around the whole time too. I couldn't quite grasp everything about it. But then the like speakeasy part of this place was an 80s themed ski lodge.
Oh, that's what I saw on the website. Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah. It was very cool. And let me tell you, I don't drink, but like it sure hell made me feel like I wanted to again.
Sure.
Being in an 80s theme. I wanted to do a whole lot of stuff in that 80s themed ski lodge. I'll tell you that.
Damn.
I gotta try that. I gotta get to Netflix Bites. I gotta get the cookie with Bridgerton on it.
Oh man. Netflix Bites was, I'm not gonna lie, I felt eye rolly about it. I mean, to an extent, a Netflix restaurant is ridiculous.
You have to roll your eyes at it. Yeah.
But then I got those like Squid Game chicken dunkers.
Okay. You spun the wheel to decide which sauce to do.
Spun the wheel, got the hot sauce. And you know what? I think, and maybe it's different living there, but like, when in Vegas, apparently when in Vegas, like you got to live like the Vegasians. And I did. And I just let myself get excited about stuff. And then I walked right across the street to the Lady Gaga Museum.
Oh, that sounds like a great after dinner activity. I love that. Cool. Yeah. I'd go to the Lady Gaga Museum.
I saw the meat dress. It was great.
Wow. They have the meat dress. Is it gross?
They have dried up, right?
Let me tell you, it's a jerky dress now. But it smelled delicious.
She could wear it again.
Yeah, why not?
Totally new whole new dress. And a commentary.
Yeah. Speaking of Vegas restaurants, you recognize where Nate is, of course.
Yeah. Is that the Cocktail Garden?
This is the Cocktail Garden.
Yes.
At Lisa Vanderpump's Vegas restaurant.
Yes. But not Vanderpump a la Paris. This is the Cocktail. Because doesn't she have like 3 places?
Correct.
There?
I believe there's 3 there. The only person that has as many restaurants as Lisa Vanderpump in Vegas is Buddy Velastro.
Whoa.
Cake Boss.
The Cake Boss. He has like 4 or 5 restaurants in one of the casinos.
That like Lisa's on his tail.
They're rivals.
and Dean, it looks like you're at Sir.
I'm at Sir.
You're celebrating brunch at
one
this
of Dean's
hour?
favorite places.
One of my go-to hot spots is Sir.
It looks like they have you on a very high stool, Dean.
Yes, I'm kind of set up in like it's like a press seat spot. I'm like for when they do interviews.
You're at the podcaster table.
You're doing the upfronts, I think is what they call them, right? Mm-hmm. Here's the thing I learned about Sir going there a handful of times for research, of course. They either have tall chairs or very short chairs. Nothing really in the middle.
Okay.
Like they have this little lounge area you walk into, and literally the chairs are like 12 inches off of the ground. And I am a not tiny man.
Okay.
And I felt like I was like some sort of ogre, like incorporating this space with like really hot people. And I was just like, hunched over and just trying to like mouth goat cheese balls. And they're just, what
do you think the bar rescue John Taffer purpose of the really short or really tall chairs are?
I think the idea is to not keep people here for too long. You want to
turn the tables over,
like,
or you want people
them to
dancing.
feel comfortable but you also don't want them in one spot for too long.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like the butt funnel, it serves a purpose.
Or you want them to come back and like maybe next time we can get the good chairs. But they don't exist.
What if we got Lady Gaga's table? Apparently that's a thing. It used to be Britney Spears' table. Now it's Lady Gaga's table.
Wow.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe it's Timothy Chalamet's table at this point.
If he's not at a basketball game. I imagine that the Vanderpump restaurants are very expensive.
I don't think they're any more expensive than any other like novelty restaurant.
Sure.
Right? So they're not high dining by any means. Like they have nice food, and I think it's probably like if you flew in from Nebraska to be like, I'm gonna go to Lisa Vanderpump places, you'd probably go like $18 for pasta. I don't know, but I think when you're in West Hollywood, it's pretty competitive anyway. Competitive with other.
That's nice.
But I would say it's not like you're not spending less than $100 if you're going
that's a
there
really complicated question, actually, is how expensive is it? Yeah, okay. I really love learning about the Vanderpumps.
Well, and I'm here to talk to you about it all day long. But it is one of those things where it's like, you're getting a decent meal, but I mean, you look at Reddit and all of the people that travel in for their like insane Vanderpump vacations are astonished that prices are that high. But then you find out they didn't go to like Koreatown or anything where you could actually get a meal that's delicious, that is reasonable.
They're staying downtown. They're going to Santa Monica every day. And
feeding the squirrels at the beach for some reason.
You'd think that like watching so many different seasons and iterations of Vanderpump shows, you'd kind of expect like a lavish cost. Cause like, I mean, I'm very, very not experienced in Vanderpump, but I feel like they aren't pretending to not have to be about money. Like, they're lavish.
She's like, it's a spinoff from Housewives, right? So like they're all supposed to be like darling, diamonds and blah blah blah. But here's the thing: there any other LA schmuck that you'll get off this? I mean, Lisa Vanderpump and her husband are decent at opening restaurants, right? Like whatever that means. And but when it came to like Hollywood celebrity, like I think Lisa was in like an episode of Silk Stockings, an episode of Baywatch Nights, and then it was like hard pivot to restaurants in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I like how they're kind of like a mafia.
Yeah.
But we like they have a lot of power,
affiliation. And influence, and you can get made. But like,
and I don't know. You're right. You are right. But
far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a Vanderpump.
I think she is historically known at this point, for those of us, in the know, that Lisa protects all the wrong people, mostly dirtbag men who get outed and canceled at certain points on the show.
Yeah, I was listening to your show today, and a lot of problems with the Vanderpump guys.
Those guys seem problems with maybe a little fucked up.
It might be like when you get kind of famous at 25 years old, you never grow up because you're always trying to chase that fame.
That doesn't sound right to me.
No, maybe you know what? I'm no doctor, so I can't diagnose these people.
I think it probably like dramatically rewires your brain.
Yes, sure. Absolutely.
In a way that's just not good for you or society. But that's why we like to watch it, isn't it?
Of course. That's the hardest part for me. I don't want to go on a rant.
No,
we rant mode activated.
Yeah. I think it's so, and like Kate and I talk about this a lot on the podcast, but the fact that so many people are like, I don't understand why they would do this on the show. Like, I just want a show of people being nice to each other and like hanging out in bed. And I'm like, that's not a TV show. That's like the life you want. No. And that's more depressing to read about online than it is to see on TV. It is.
Yeah.
Who's Prince Harry's wife?
Yeah. Meghan Markle?
Meghan Markle just did a show like that where she's like making Rice Krispie treats in every episode, and it's not good. It's really confusing to watch because she's just like, and
that's why everyone's so uncomfortable about the Baldwin show too. Is that there's like this crazy veneer of cheer over like what must be a very dysfunctional household.
Just making his kids like hold guns all the time and
talking that's about cool.
That's
me and Nate are constantly giving guns to our kids.
I've been thinking about getting one. You know, I don't have a kid, but I would let my dog play with it, I think. Or I'd at least give him the combo to the safe, right? Like, just in case the burglar
he needs
comes.
it. Yeah, he needs
it.
He
does need it in case.
Yeah. I don't know if it's legal where I live, but I will tell you, this is a stand your ground house. Okay.
Absolutely.
So Nate can tell you.
We love talking about stand your ground.
Stand your ground is acceptable. Castle doctrine.
You're in California, Rob?
I am.
Yeah, I don't think it's good there. I don't think you're allowed to do it there.
Well, that's why I have a collection of bows and arrows.
There you go.
That's smart.
A lot of people don't know bow can pierce body armor.
It really can, and there's a lot of it out here. I'll tell you that. Oh, and Under Armour, but it's all the same thing.
You said on your show today when I was like, you're in Joshua Tree?
Close,
Joshua Tree? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty close to it.
Love Joshua Tree. I spent a lot of time out there and in Palm Desert.
It's a great area to be. I don't know if I'm going to be here for the long haul because I think I'm coming to terms with my girlfriend and I that I think we're city folk. And I'm not sure if it was
getting
nice
back closer to LA. Yeah, okay.
We lived in Brooklyn all through, well, like even before, but like all through COVID lockdown. And
wow.
Which no, all through lockdown in like a studio apartment in Brooklyn, and then we moved to LA for a job once everything opened back up, and then they were like, oh, actually, you're being bought by the company you left. And I was like, oh, well, this sucks. Okay. And so I moved out here for what reason? And then we were like, well, let's try living in small town desert so we can have a yard for our dog. And it's beautiful, but that's the allure, right? Like this is what I was sold on, the fact that I like to visit. And now I think I need to enjoy my creature comforts that I don't get out here.
Yeah. I hear you. I
can't travel for BugCon. I have to be in town for BugCon.
Yeah,
absolutely. R.I.P.
BugCon.
I kind of live in the same thing right now. I'm out in the desert in Las Vegas, and we got a great yard for the dog, but it gets so hot.
It's made out of plastic.
The yard's made out of plastic, but that's fine. It's
but at least you get a plastic yard.
We have a plastic yard, and we're thankful for it.
My yard's full of goddamn dandelions. These things love growing out here.
Good Lord.
Thankfully, children love the damn things.
We can
we do talk about ads, don't we?
Don't worry about
I forget sometimes. I've just been enjoying the conversation.
Well, here's the thing. We could just chalk it up to one big ad for my podcast up
right,
top.
Yeah.
There it is,
Mm-hmm. Rob, you've hit on something that I love about our podcast so much is that really you can twist anything to be like, this kind of promo. We could talk about this. Like, Buddy the Vape Dog is absolutely promo.
Damn, Buddy the Vape Dog looks a little bit like my dog Elvis, except my dog's tan. But
great dog name.
Thank you. He came with it.
Elvis was the king.
Yeah, apparently the frat boys that owned him first and just let him run around their house before someone's dad came over and said, you're going to kill this dog, and took it away, named him Scarface. So the adoption company renamed him Elvis, and then we rescued him. But Buddy, tell me about Buddy.
Frat Dog is such a good pitch for a show. Frat Dog. Oh my God. Animated comedy with Nick Kroll.
Yes.
Frat Dog.
Love it. Let's sidebar on that afterwards, and we'll put together a pitch.
We'll circle back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know anything about Buddy the Vape Dog. I just
saw
think
this
it rocks
on a couple of different sites.
I saw it on Blue Sky. I saw it on X, and it's making the rounds.
Do you think he smokes the vapes or he sells the vapes?
I think he's a shop dog at a vape store.
Sure.
I guess if we have to meet Buddy the Vape Dog, that's almost implicitly saying that we have to, like before you buy a vape, you have to get vetted by Buddy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's going to sniff
Buddy,
you.
Yeah, if he puts off a bad vibe, you ain't vaping that day.
Maybe he sniffs you and tells you what kind of vape you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, like those dogs that can smell cancer.
Yeah, like you're based on your aura.
Yes, I love.
He's like, you need a cotton candy vape. Because I think these type of people that wrap their trucks, they're the vape shop owners that have like the mango sour patch kid vapes. Like they have all the crazy juices. And they're flowing. The juices are flowing in that place. I don't think this dog has a sense of smell. No. He has popcorn lung and no sense of smell just from living in that vape store for so long.
I just found out the place I get my hair cut out here also sells vapes. And I kind of like that more. Like it feels off-putting at first. And then you're kind of like, you know what? You're listening to a lot of Chris Brown in here, and you're selling vapes. I don't know why, but I trust you more to cut my hair. Like,
you do a good cut. Like, what are you going to do?
It's dangerous. It's dangerous, and that means they mean business, I think.
Yeah, and you leave it, your hair smells like watermelon.
Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes he'll wax my nose hairs without asking me. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's great. Here, let me just shove these two things up your nose.
Sticks.
Yeah,
we did that on the stream one night.
Oh, we have to. We didn't do it yet, right?
We still have to do it.
I didn't do it.
I did it.
I've got my kit behind me.
Yeah,
I bought a
little kit.
Man, I need a kit now. My nose is itching from talking.
You're welcome to come on the stream with us anytime.
Any moment. I work from home. Give me any excuse. I will be there.
Rob, you want to come on for Buzzball night?
Well,
Rob's sober.
I can't do. But here's the thing: I could be the mediator. How about that? I did a fake ad today. Not fake ad, just a non-sponsored content for a Bravo-related non-alcoholic drink today, and so I'll drink one of those while you guys do Buzzballs.
We'll have to find you a circular container to drink it out.
Yes,
the perfect sphere.
Lover Boy, I did non-alcoholic sparkling tea. And,
wow.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
wow.
It was pretty good. I will say that. I want to shit on a lot of Bravo products, but this actually tasted decent.
That's pretty
Anyway,
cool.
I got to know more about Buddy.
I think we're done with Buddy. You sent us some pretty cool Vanderpump ads. And
oh, hell yeah.
When we have you on next time, we'll do a deep dive on Buddy.
We'll look into Buddy.
Dog.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a lot to say about this one, but let's watch it first.
Let's watch it.
I'm a walking red flag, and I'm literally a walking red flag. So if you date somebody polar opposite of me, you'll be just fine.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan Bailey. I am talking to 3 of the #1 men
that
in this
was so
group. We have
fast.
Jax Taylor, Jesse Lally, and Tom Schwartz.
This is a trip.
This is This or That Valley Edition. First off, WeHo or no ho?
No ho.
WeHo.
My heart will always be in WeHo.
Being called dad or daddy?
It depends who's talking.
Always
six
daddy.
Sons of walking red flags. Okay, the 405 or the 101?
6 walking red flags.
101.
How about the most boring questions you can ask someone?
These are very LA questions.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know what this is.
Don't you
Greek
feel like
to
you're
me.
there? This highway or that highway? Where
I'm
do
a
you want to be
10
in
guy.
traffic?
I'm a 10.
Yeah.
I like the 10.
I think, here's the thing. I grew up in the Midwest. I-65, baby. That's
Ooh.
all me.
Ooh, classic.
Yeah.
Where in the Midwest?
Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
The middest of the
Chicago suburbs.
smack dab.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Hey, I'm going to be in Chicago in a couple of weeks. So
Congratulations. That's a great place to be.
I'll take
What
the
for?
Rex. A architecture and design conference that I have to record podcasts at.
That sounds awesome. Did you say you need recommendations?
I always take recommendations, and luckily, Bree, our friend from
Bree.
I was going to
lives
suggest
out there.
Bree.
Yeah, I'm going to try and party with Bree because I got invited to a rooftop bar, and I don't know any architects, and so or how to talk to architects, and I'm like, Bree, you got to join me.
Yeah.
Well,
you know Bree's business, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Bree is helping
Truly.
me with some tickets to that business to look good in front of these like high flying architects, you know.
Yeah,
So that's how it's done.
and you could show them the Dave Matthews Band boat too.
Exactly, and the famous bridge.
Famous bridge.
Chicago's Little Lady, I believe, is the name of the boat that got.
I think so too. First lady.
Chicago's First Lady.
Wait, maybe whatever. They're all
Chicago's first little lady.
the first little women. I think is what the end of it is. But yeah, so there's specifically something at the end of this ad I want to see if you all catch.
Okay.
Who's going to the beach?
The thing, that's 30 minutes.
I've lived here 20 years. I've been to the beach 5 times.
The Valley or Summer House?
Valley.
Valley.
Season of Summer House is really
Wait, are you
guys are
literally
literally going to say
about your own
Summer
show?
House?
No.
Are you working for like Big Kyle Cook, like Big Pharma? Do not miss
Yeah.
season 2 of The Valley on Bravo and streaming on Peacock.
That's
What
good.
did that mean?
Okay, so 2 shows, The Valley, which is what they're actually promoting here, which is a Vanderpump spinoff, and Summer House, which is actually a Vanderpump spinoff as well. They backdoor piloted it like 9 years ago because the Vanderpump people visited the Hamptons for the Summer House, right? But that guy who's hosting this thing goes, "Are you guys working for Big Kyle Cook, like Big Pharma?" Why is the editing on this is terrible? And maybe this is me being hyper focused on this, but like, did he have to explain that his joke is, "Are you working for Big Person who's on Summer House?"
Right.
Because they may not understand that it's related to when people say Big Pharma.
You might think he's just calling him Big Kyle Cook.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The guy who's hosting this, Ryan Bailey, is a fairly popular Bravo podcaster.
Okay.
Who I hate. And not because it's like a rival podcast.
You're not saying you should be driving the car.
No. I don't. Actually, the guy who's frozen on screen right now with the mustache, Jax Taylor, he baited me in an Instagram once and said, "Hey, I need a guy to host my bar crawl. Would you want to do it?" And I said, "Sure, yeah." And he responded immediately, "Sorry, heard you've been talking shit about me on your podcast." But he's a big cokehead, so I'm sure he was just raging.
Yeah, you can tell that from looking at.
Yeah, looking at this guy, I don't think I would have anything positive to say or think about him.
Currently, he's in rehab on the show that's currently airing that he filmed. So, like, he missed out on 30 days of shooting the show because they forced him to go to rehab.
Sometimes that happens.
Hey,
we've been through that too here at No Promo.
Well, that's why we had all these guest hosts. The guy driving the car, Ryan Bailey, who I dislike, is just the sort of like, this is so hyper specific to me, but like, he's the sort of guy who like really wants to have all of the fresh, hot Bravo takes, but also wants to be like best friends with everyone who's ever been on a Bravo show.
He's a sellout.
And 100%. But he's also just like one of those guys that's like performative in the like, oh shucks, like I really want to, I think that like these people could be doing better. Don't cheat on your girlfriends. That sucks. That really makes me. And you're like, what the fuck? We all know what we're watching here. Like, you've got to like these people on Bravo shows. They're freaks, man. Don't act like you're not like you want to be best friends with a freak. You're a fucking weirdo.
That does sound really annoying. Like taking it really seriously.
Oh my God. But he also like tries to do like funny voices and mocking people. And I'm just like, you want to have your cake and eat it too. And it's because he's just at that level of like living in LA and doing this sort of stuff that he can get these promo gigs that pay, like $200 or whatever it costs to do this. And will never like is terrified. You can just tell is terrified to like lose that in. Like they just released the prices for BravoCon tickets in Vegas. And
BravoCon.
Yeah, wow. It's like $700 for 3 nights of just like sitting in auditorium. Like it's not even, you don't even get like the extra perks, right? That's more money. Wow. And that doesn't come with like a hotel. That doesn't come with meals. That is like the bare bones. You have to pay $700 for this thing. And that guy who hosts this ad is like out here being like, it's actually like a pretty good deal. Like
That's a pretty good deal. Yeah.
there's a lot of costs involved in a big conference.
It's really hard to do a con.
Caesars.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
I cannot I can't get over these people. Like
The
maybe it's
Vanderpumps are
internalized
actually
jealousy.
small beans, and we should not be mean to them about
No,
how much
no,
the con
no.
costs.
We should, because then I wouldn't be able to interview them on my show. Oh.
Yeah. That would be hard. You have
Yeah.
to. I mean, like I can empathize a bit. Like if I gained 1 ounce of attention, I would do anything to hold on to it.
Well, that
Absolutely.
is fair. That is fair.
You know, I think it's human nature.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This
Look
is a
at
great
this.
one. This is great.
This is
Now
a
I'm liking
Vanderpump
this.
lady.
This is actually Summer House Lady.
Lady. Okay.
Summer House is airing right now. It's about to have its finale, season finale. So I thought it would be prescient. This happened earlier in this season 9. This is Lindsay Hubbard, who is announcing her pregnancy on
She's looking
Instagram.
radiant.
I mean, of course, she's glowing.
She's glowing.
Via a clear blue, I think that's what it's called,
Yep.
clear blue ad.
and they're tagged right here, clear blue.
Yeah.
It's what an honor to tag a brand in your pregnancy announcement. I love that.
What I love about Lindsay Hubbard specifically, though, is she has no shame. Like, she shows up to these shows and works. Like, she will instigate storylines when you can tell people are like at the summer house, just like doing what any of us would do at a share house, which is just like lounging by the pool and like getting fucked up in one way or another. She'll like come in and be like, I heard this person was cheating on you. What do we all think about it at the dinner table? And then she'll like go off and do weird random posts like this and make
It's
everyone
like
read it.
wrestling. It's
Yes.
like wrestling.
It is. It is.
That rocks.
You can see like the microphone in her ear. She's like, what?
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
This gets a little horny too. We might have to have
Oh, yeah.
McCrae blur this, but oh my
wow.
goodness!
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me
Now-
and Dean actually do a bit where we get like super horny for pregnant women.
Well, I thought y'all might like this one.
and actually,
especially-
that's just Nate. I don't
Oh,
do
oh.
any.
It's
of
like
that
an
kind of stuff.
established bit that we both do.
No, it's actually just Nate who does the. I actually respect and Oh crap! Okay. All right, maybe I understand what Nate's talking about here.
Ghost hands.
add some more hands to this, and it gets a little bit after dark here.
Also, okay, so she's pretty visibly showing. I think it's a little late for a pregnancy test.
You would think so, right? But
Right.
You hold
if
on.
this
to 'em.
is if you're not going to announce until like first week of filming, then maybe
That's true. I wasn't considering filming.
Yeah.
you have to think about the self-producing that goes along with these people, right?
Yeah.
Like, why announce when you can announce on TV with an ad?
Yeah.
That's true. I've always said that. I'm going to save this for later. I'm going to come back to that.
Do we know
later.
the name of this child? Because I just want to guess.
I don't think we've officially gotten the
wow, okay.
name publicly, because on the show she's still pregnant. She's now, of course, it's a year later in real life. I don't know if she's publicly said the name, but I'm well, you tell me what you think it might be.
I'm thinking it's like a Caden or a. But maybe I'm totally off base. You know her much better than me.
No, I
La
think you're. I
Cienega.
think you're.
Lassie.
I think it's going to be something like I believe Stassi from Vanderpump Rules, kind of maybe the closest equivalent you would get to Lindsay Hubbard on the East Coast, named one of her kids, like her daughter, I believe is named Harper. And I feel like that Harper is in the like Caden world. And I feel like whatever the East Coast version, like Caden does feel kind of middle America, maybe a little Mormon.
Yes,
So-
it definitely is a Mormon. leaning.
And she's like a high-powered New York lady.
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah,
maybe
that
her
does
kid will
change
be
things.
something like Clifton, or
Clifton.
it all
That's very
depends,
good.
right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of generic names, but
As a big time East Coaster, yeah, I can say Clifton is definitely more,
Bernard
East
feels
Coast.
like an
Rupert.
East Coast name.
yeah.
Rupert, yeah.
Yeah, they're not modern enough. And I feel like she's going to go with a pretty modern name. You
Yeah.
know?
Seven right? Just Costanza it, I think.
Beautiful name for a girl. I really like this ad because it's like a little play.
Yes.
There's a lot of production to this one.
I needed to know what people really thought about my new sandwich. So I went undercover. I had the perfect disguise. Katie! Shh, I'm incognito.
Can I just say, this is everything.
Perfect creation.
Yeah.
This is everything? Yeah.
This
Now
is
let's see how they react to
this
my
is what
secret
you
sauce.
want out of a silly ad, right?
Yeah.
And I love like how many people did they have to get to be
They
like,
love my sandwich.
this sandwich is
Never know my
amazing.
secret.
You had to rent out a location?
They did not actually.
No.
This is Katie's sandwich shop.
Oh. That's brilliant. So they paid themselves.
Make a good sandwich.
Now
the
watch her
mom.
eat this thing. It's like she's never ate a
I needed
sandwich
to know what
before.
people
That-
really thought
I would
about
think
my
she
new
has it,
sandwich.
yeah.
That was a very strange bite of a sandwich.
It's like a workshopped bite, right?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
I'm going to turn it down and let it play a little bit so we can talk about it because I do want to see the bite of the sandwich again.
yeah. So a big thing that happened towards the last couple years of Vanderpump Rules, there was a big scandal where Tom Sandoval cheated on his girlfriend of 9 years, Ariana Maddox, and that's a whole other can of worms. I'll let the listeners Google.
Yeah.
And you
Shaking
think,
my
you know, like these people cheat on each other all the time. This one has a few more layers to it. But while that was kind of like developing, Katie here was attempting to open a sandwich shop with Ariana.
Okay.
They did. It's successful. I've had a couple of sandwiches there.
Okay.
Now you
You
want to
like
talk
'em?
about maybe expensive sandwiches.
Okay.
I will say that is one of the cases, but decent sandwiches.
Expensive sandwiches are the new thing.
Yeah, it's what we're living in it. The interesting thing though is that when Ariana got cheated on and then left Tom Sandoval, she had like ad deals out the wazoo. I didn't send any of them here because I just felt like I've had to talk about them a lot. But like batteries, paper towels, anything that could like potentially cite back to the arguments they had on the show.
Wow.
Was an ad deal, right? Like they even like she did some Lady Bic razor ad that
Wow.
the company sent me Lady Bics to be like, can you like Ariana's doing a post? Can you do a post too? I was like, do you what? Okay. But Katie's never done an ad before. So when she came out with this like really intense like television commercial level,
Yeah.
like this could be a Super Bowl ad if she was like an A or B lister star, right?
Right.
Right.
So it was very odd for me to see this, but also like it's just so silly. Like it's like
It's very
I can't
silly.
hate on it too much. Like it's stupid. It's really dumb. And like if you know the Vander lore, it's like even weirder. But like this just feels like this is the like Vanderpump equivalent of like these old ladies listen to rock and roll music type ad.
Yeah.
We'll do an undercover boss on my own sandwich shop.
Yeah.
And specifically to test out the Hellmans.
Yeah. And which they don't have. there.
There's absolutely no
don't have
way they use
helmets.
Hellmans.
No.
Like, I think after they filmed this commercial, they burned the entire building down just because there was a
Yeah.
taint of common mayonnaise.
This is like the sandwich restaurant it's called Something About Her, which is a bit of a mouthful, which they could have leaned into, but they don't.
Yeah, for
Right.
sandwiches.
And it's like Nancy Myers themed.
Honestly, that's brilliant.
That is
that's
very
such a
smart.
good like business to put in LA.
Yeah. And like every sandwich is named after like a famous like rom-com actress. I mean,
Oh my
they're all
god,
actors,
I
but,
love
like,
that.
So I think I had the Diane when I was there, and I'm
Okay.
still trying to figure out which Diane, but I think Diane Keaton is probably.
That's what I went to. That's what
Yeah.
my mind jumped
That would
to.
make
yeah.
sense, yeah.
But yeah, that sandwich bite is unreal.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
got a great pause on it, Nate.
And it looks like right after I play this pause, it does kind of look like there's an edit where she's like fixing the bite. It almost like hard cuts because she's doing a big bite right now, and then right after this, there's like a little jump, and she's like managing a tomato or something. Bite, yeah. Here we go. Maybe no cut, but it's quite a bite.
Probably AI'd that, I think.
Was that?
It's probably all AI.
Yeah. I like that commercial. I thought that she was a Kardashian. I will say she looks like Kourtney Kardashian, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, she does kind of look like that, and I think she would love to hear that too.
Okay, I'll tell her that if I ever meet her.
Yeah.
Okay,
her Twitter
Rob,
handle
you sent
is
us...
Music Kills Kate.
That's cool. Is she a big music fan?
I think she, like a lot of people on reality TV, want to let you know how important music is to their life.
That's such a good answer.
As if no one has ever heard music like that. I'm a DJ because, like, growing up, my parents played music. And
music is very personal and important to me.
It is. And anyone who wants to tell you that forgets that, like, everyone thinks the exact same way and has had a song stuck in their head.
I'm listening
at some
to
point in time in their life.
Why I say that.
Yeah.
I think music is good.
Well, I don't know about that, but no. I think originally when she started, she wanted to start her own record label, and then, Napster killed that.
Geez, Napster. She's old enough for Napster?
Napster changed everything.
Yeah.
I have no idea the age of people.
Limp Bizkit Napster tour when it happened back in the day. That was fun.
That is very cool.
Let's watch this Come On Down to the Grass Pad because I've had this song stuck in my head all day. Oh.
Grass pad. Come on down to the grass pad. The grass pad's high on grass.
Now this is a proper commercial.
From humble beginnings in an old dairy barn on a sod farm in Farley, Missouri, to a leading distributor of green goods in the Midwest, the grass pad is high on grass. The plan is simple. Imitate nature, plant the best seed, feed it, prevent crabgrass and weeds. It's
already too many lists for me. But
as the word got around in those early days,
taking my notes
lawn
while
lovers drove for miles for grass pad seed.
Giving this guy a heart attack with my plastic lawn.
Now, with locations surrounding Kansas City and Omaha, an educated staff is ready and willing to spread the word about idiot-proof lawn care. Each grass pad location features a full nursery.
You could smoke a ton of weed and still have a good yard.
Join us as we demonstrate the idiot-proof lawn care plan and the results you can achieve.
Stupid piece of shit.
Idiot-proof. Yeah, they keep
cool.
saying that.
Pad prices.
Come on down to this stupid fucking bastard landscape company.
Your lawn looks like shit, you idiot. Why don't you come get the grass pad? And
you're probably drunk right now. You can't even drive that mower.
High
can't
on
dance.
gas.
Smells like
awesome.
shit.
That was a staple growing up in Kansas City, like just different variations of that commercial. And I don't remember this specific one, but it was the only one I could find that was uploaded to YouTube. But I loved how much they were like, look, we've got ways to make it as easy as fucking possible, but we've also got history, okay?
My oldest fuck grandpa did it. You can do it.
Yeah, look, he didn't even have a smartphone, and he had a good lawn, okay? He couldn't Google it. You're not going to have to Google it.
I also really love this drawing, whatever their
and that they make their guys wear the hats. The employees all seem to be wearing the hats. I really like, though, that this store has its, like, literature. Like, it has, like, a paper they'll give you.
Yeah.
That's cool. You don't see that a lot. Yeah. That's some Midwest stuff.
I got a paper with my leaf blower. It didn't fucking help me with shit.
Oh, my God.
Did you choke it? Did you press the choke button?
Rob, I know so much about this choke. I've been all over this choke. I've been up, inside, down it. It's said to do it open for when it's cold. Okay?
Yeah.
The way I got it working, I had to close it.
Damn.
And so I don't know.
You're in Vegas. It's hot.
Yeah, I Googled that. They said it shouldn't make a difference. I Googled so much stuff about this leaf blower.
Dude, well, we're all thrilled, though, that it's working now. Because you don't want to deal with those Lowe's assholes. They're not going to.
No.
I had a friend who had to call, get this, the Better Business Bureau on
Lowe's. Yeah, I would have done that, too. I would have done that in a second after they sold
I don't think that actually does anything, but it makes you feel a little bit better. That, like, you know what?
They said they're going to send an agent down. They're going to send a special agent down from the Better Business Bureau.
He's going to be wearing one of them grass pad hats too.
Lowe's is the woke home improvement store too.
Ooh.
So
You're going to be started on those
There's
fridges.
a lot of problems with that.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Energy Star.
Spangles. Rob, what is Spangles? You've sent us a couple of Spangles ads.
So Spangles, I'm pretty sure, is like the most MAGA restaurant that ever existed before Trump was even like a thing, because they are very much like, remember doo-wop? We've turned that into a fast food restaurant. And it was huge in Kansas.
Were you just more comfortable in the 50s for some reason?
Were you like,
come on down?
Like, put you at ease to like go to a sock hop because like all of your friends are there?
We got a kid. He'll play with a hoop, and you won't have to look at any people that you won't like down at Spangles.
That is the vibe I get from this. There's one commercial I didn't send you that I'll talk about first, where like the spokeswoman is like, it's been a really tough year, but all of our profits stay in Kansas. And I was trying to think, I was like, this is uploaded 14 years ago, 2011.
What was going on right
like, yeah, what are we doing here? Is Obama reelected? Is that what's up?
He starts talking about tariffs 14 years before it happened. Like, what the fuck?
But so I remember specifically in college, they were opening up a Spangles in the town I went to college in, and I had never heard of it because it's more deep into Kansas, like
sure.
And I lived closer to Missouri, and they ran one of those prizes. It's like the first 100 people who show up when we open get free Spangles for a year. And as that's
a good deal.
Drunk, stoned college kid, I was like, oh, you bet your ass I'm going to try and do this. I showed up and we were like, we're going to stay there all fucking night. We're just going to get drunk in the parking lot and just like wait there. And they're going to have to let us in, the first people at the door. We showed up at like midnight and it was like 300 people deep. People had tents up. It was, I should have known better. I should not.
You could have gotten so many burgers that looked like this.
Yeah.
And it turned out they were like, I guess whenever they offered you what you won, it was like, you can get a $500 gift card or like one burger and fry combo meal a month for a year. And it's like, well, glad I didn't like stay up all night for that. I would have been very let down. But they were notorious for their different commercials.
Okay. I love the way I love rolling around in my mouth. Spangles.
Let's
go down to Spangles. Makes you think of the flag. Makes you think of America.
They workshopped it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
And at Spangles, we have great values, like our classic value pack. It comes with a classic hamburger on a butter toasted bun, crispy French fries, and a big 20-ounce soft drink, all for just, well, you tell me, what do you think it's worth?
$5, $6, $7.
Nope, all for just $2.99. $2.99?
That's crazy.
$2.99. Are you out of your mind?
This happens every time.
Spangles just taste better.
Oh wow, and that's cool. To get into commercial, you had to pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, thanks to these families for donating to charity to appear in this commercial.
Yeah.
Wow.
The charity of keeping our business afloat.
Yeah.
I was going to say
this, I wonder.
That would have probably been somewhere between 2007 and 2014.
Okay. Sure. It looks like that.
Yeah, the styles definitely look. I could even guess
these kids look like total nerds.
This kid, I had that shirt. This kid does not.
I mean,
look like
he
a
looked
nerd.
really cool.
This kid is cool.
This kid's cool as hell.
He does have like the shaggy hair of like a kid who's currently listening to Fall Out Boy in middle school, but will like be into like Deaf Heaven. And like,
I actually invented that haircut when I was younger.
Yeah. But how about that like neon blazer?
It matches the folder she's holding.
Yeah, I wonder if they planned that.
The Spangles lady?
You almost can't tell her apart from the folder or the paper.
Yeah. Which came first, the folder or the blazer is what I want to know.
I don't know.
What kind of info she got in that folder?
Yeah.
All these kids' addresses?
Children. Also, all of these kids, like, are the backpacks on the back of the seats because we're supposed to think that they're in school because she's like quizzing them on the price of a burger combo meal.
I think it says welcome to Spangles field trip.
Oh, that's right. Field trip. There it is.
And of course you take your backpack with you on a field trip.
On a field trip,
Everyone
of
knows
course.
that.
Yeah.
My kids would go crazy in a Spangles.
Oh man. All that crazy shit on the walls. Look at this like old guy. And there's another old guy.
Daddy, who's that racist guy? I don't know, honey.
That's Elvis. That's
but
Elvis.
He's not all bad. He's not all bad.
That one's Elvis too.
That's Mr. Spangles himself.
All right, we got
this
one more
This
Spangles.
commercial is
We got two more
amazing.
Spangles. Okay.
Because this Spangles commercial, I remember seeing this one on TV, and at the time, not thinking much of it except just being, oh, this is a stupid, silly. But watching it now, like damn near 15 years later, I think it tells a whole new type of story of the advertising fed to us.
That's cool.
At ConklinCars.com.
Great cars, great car brand.
That's my mommy. After working out, we're
Hold on,
going
hold
to
on.
Spangles for the grilled chicken on pita. You
Oh.
know, it's the one with the seasoned grilled chicken and that fat-free mayo and lots of fresh vegetables. I know those are good for you. Mommy wants to eat healthy because she thinks she's got a big gluteus maximus. But Daddy says it's just right. You want to know a secret? She's talking about her body.
Spangles grilled chicken on pita. Because it's healthy or because it just tastes better?
My mom thinks she's fat, so we have to get the healthy Spangles option.
Wow, that's
my
cool.
dad loves her freaking rump and
Rob?
wants a little more of it.
Rob, I'm not exaggerating. I think that's the best ad anyone's ever brought to the podcast.
It's really good.
You remember
My dad
seeing that
loves
as a
my
kid?
mom's dump truck.
Yeah, for
And,
real. And also, let's talk about how definitely workshopped so that the woman doesn't actually have a big bottom.
No.
Very
Not at all.
noticeably does not have it going on back there.
And I feel like this is an actor that you would have seen in like a 3-episode arc of West Wing or something. Like she
Yeah.
looks like she's done work. She's put in work, obviously, we can tell. But I
looking
think
fit.
that she seems like someone I've seen before on TV.
Yeah, I could
Beautiful,
definitely see that,
beautiful woman.
Yeah. I
Sorry.
wish there was an IMDb for commercials. That's what I want.
Yeah, we have certainly.
That's $1 million
opined
idea
that
right
that
there.
Should be a thing.
Wow.
And
The
this
little
child
girl is
actor
crazy
great,
too. Yeah, really got into it there.
I
Really
don't
hard
like
to
that
do.
they made her say bottom instead of butt, though. I think we were beyond that at this point.
Right. If you're gonna,
I
do
need
it,
the
just do
children
it.
saying the words, okay?
Yeah, the FCC in Kansas is a little more hardcore than.
FCC won't let me be, as Eminem once said.
That is one of the craziest fucking
That's great.
commercials I've ever seen, and it's so modern too. Like when they cut to the footage of the food, it's like, oh, this is way closer to now than I thought it was.
Yeah. And imagine this like 50s doo-woppy, like Republican fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
That's also like, are the people going to want a pita? Are they ready for
I'm
pita?
not putting fat-free mayo in my Spangles. Are you fucking out of your mind?
Well, and I love that it's fat-free mayo. There's no way tzatziki is getting on the menu in any way, shape, or form. You're like, that's a little too close to an area of Asia I don't think people are comfortable with yet. We need to just fat-free mayo, okay? That's our middle ground.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a really good. I really
That's
like that.
that's going in the Hall of Fame. We're raising that one up in the rafters of the No Promo
damn.
podcast.
Whoever's doing the Wikia, let us know.
The Spangles Big Booty commercial. And also, okay, so is anyone going to Spangles because they're on a diet?
No, but they want to appeal to moms of America, you know?
I'm trying to lose weight. I'm going to Spangles.
And so I put this on here as well because this now gives you like the 3 ranges of the type of Spangles commercials. And I didn't even put on here the mud slide, which was like their famous like blizzard type thing.
Oh, wow.
But you get it. They had these like, you got the kid weirdo ones. You've got the non-spokesperson.
I'm there right now. Yeah.
And then you've got this type of commercial.
Yeah. Okay, this one's for the sourdough turkey bacon ranch.
Looks good.
Bacon and ranch. Da-do, da-do, da-do.
We've got the lettuce, tomato, and melted Swiss
Great voice
cheese.
of these people.
Some crispy bacon and smoked turkey, please.
Spangles, sourdough, turkey, bacon, ranch for me.
Freshness made to order. Spangles, it just tastes better. It's all about the ranch.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
she
the
was a
heck?
little bit of hamming it up at the end there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like how he's like, hey, what the hell?
He's like, I was supposed to have the last line.
An interesting thing to put in with no other stinger at the end, I think. Like, there's
Yep.
nothing that comes after it.
That's a hell of a commercial. I love when people sing like that.
Kind of looks like Pete Wentz.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it could have been if only there was this commercial DB.
They have the look of like real employees.
Yeah,
kind
they're
of.
just teenagers
Yep.
in the choir that
Yeah,
also are
or maybe
working there.
they just hired some singers and put it in over them lip syncing. But yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check out a Spangles.
I have to go back to Kansas in a couple of like a month. I think I'm just gonna have to do it. You know,
Might have to hit up a Spangles. It's a Spangles night.
Yeah, send us the video of you eating it in your car, and we'll put it on we'll play it on the stream or something.
It'll be like Joey's World Tour. But
Yes.
Spangles.
Yeah. Okay, this is
Okay.
something Dean found.
Oh hell yeah!
So this is for Edgy.
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 EDJY.
EDJY.
Okay.
Says stop crushing your nails. Let's see
Yeah.
what this is.
Never knew I
Existing
was.
clippers don't actually cut your nails.
Oh my
They
God.
crush
Did you
them
know this,
or they
dipshit?
tear
You're cutting
them,
your nails
which sends
wrong.
the clippings flying everywhere.
Oh no, in my coffee.
We can do way better. Edgy has
oh,
made
sorry.
the world's first precise single blade nail cutter.
And I never even thought I needed
The
it.
first to cleanly cut, not crush your nails. With a precision-engineered compound curved blade, tested over 100,000 cuts,
Wow.
leaving a flawless, smooth edge every
Look
time.
at the little hand stance doing.
Oh,
I have to say, it doesn't look any different than a regular
I
fingernail.
do not believe this man.
like what problem are we solving with Edgy? That it's not a precision slice on my
yeah,
nail.
it's not sharp enough. I've felt the clippers. They're sharp.
Guess what? There are varying levels. You can buy your Walgreens clippers or you can buy Edgy. They're still getting the job done. I don't think the people that give a shit about their nails are going
having someone
somewhere
else do it.
specific. Yeah.
Yeah, right,
Like,
right.
I've had a manicure, I've had a pedicure because when you're at this elite podcasting level, guys, you'll
Yeah, of
find out
course.
soon enough. Sometimes
I'm
you just
so
have
excited
to
for that.
treat yourself to those sorts of things.
So excited
But really,
to get a manicure.
guess what? I was taking a shit earlier. I decided to cut my nails at the same time. And
Great time to do it.
wasn't going to pay someone else to do that. And it got the job done, and I felt great afterwards.
Yeah, well, did you use a double-bladed nail clipper? Like
Did
a
you use an
fucking moron?
Edgy?
No, I didn't, which is silly. I just have one of those classic dual packs, one for toes, one for fingers.
Yeah, you've actually permanently damaged your nails by using that.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't get into like how that's because they say like you're crushing your nails, but they can't say anything else because everything else is a lie.
Well, I
Yeah.
agree with
can't-
them. My
but they
wife
can give
hates
you
it
the
when I
hint
clip
of
my
it.
nails and it flips into her coffee cup.
Because I,
think
do
that's
that
accurate.
at the table while everyone's eating, right?
During morning coffee.
I think you've got bigger problems if that's the case.
Rob, this is the kind of stuff that we're seeing on X.com, the Everything website. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
The Everything app, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is from Compressix. Transform stiff, tired, and achy knees back 20 years.
20?
And all you have to do is wrap some saran wrap around some Irish Spring soap and put it right around your knee. And apparently you have
Yeah.
to buy it.
And it really
Is
looks
there-
like it's like indented into the knee.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is definitely an AI image
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because when I originally looked at this, I thought it was the person's right leg because of the bend
Right.
in the kneecap.
And you
But it
can't
is
roll
the-
you can't roll jeans up like this. There's no way
Nah.
you're getting your jeans up like that.
No. It's their left leg.
Wait, so you
but
think
the
this is fake?
I do think it's fake, and I know we were getting there, and I'm sorry to rug pull on us all, but
wow,
oh man,
I'm a little confused on what the point is.
I've been doing this for weeks, ever since we
Me
found
too.
this ad. Yeah, and I feel great.
Whoa. Is there anything Irish Spring can't do? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it can get. It's supposed to be good for deterring like mice and stuff in your house.
And bugs.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. But
Yeah, like
also
you can rub it along the door path. That was a
Mm-hmm.
big thing. I got on TikTok for a while.
You can put it on an old lady that a computer made, and it'll make her knee feel better.
Who has no varicose veins at all. And
She's
good for
looking
you.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Let's see, Dean. Do we have any other fun X.com ads? That's fun. Let's see what else we got.
ED's Wild West. I mean, it's not really an ad. It's a discontinued food. I love
It's an
discontinued
ad
food.
for Wild West.
Discontinued Foods
Wild
follows you,
West.
Nate. Why are you not following
Damn.
him back?
They follow me? What?
He's a Rochester native, man.
All right, I'll follow him back.
Wild
Thank
Wild
you.
West was one of the answers I gave on Cinematrix this morning.
Wow.
Great
Will
movie.
Smith was one of the... But I couldn't think of a Will Smith movie with only one word in the title. But of course...
Hitch.
You know what it was? Yep, it was Hitch.
Nate's
I should've known.
huge. And Hancock, too, right?
And Hancock.
Hancock. I was thinking it was 2 words.
You remember Rob Hancock was an angel?
Wow, no, I didn't.
Yeah, sorry, spoilers, but Hancock's an angel.
Remember, what was that other angel movie with Denzel? Wasn't that an angel movie?
Denzel.
The Preacher's Wife or something?
I don't think I saw
But then there
that
was
one.
Fallen.
Book of
There
Eli.
was the one where like the bad angel gets out of a prisoner on death row and
Oh,
it's
I think
kinda
I
like-
remember that. Yeah.
yeah.
There's a
that
lot of
was good
angel
too.
movies from that era.
Michael?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Michael. Oh, I fucked with Michael when I was 12.
I always
He had the
confuse
wings.
Michael and Phenomenon.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
that was
And
the
then
lightning.
Powder. Powder was kind of
Yeah.
an angel movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is an ad on X again. This is tracking.truthfinder.com. And there's no way to interact with these ads sometimes. You can't
Yeah.
retweet them. You can't send them to our Discord. You can't comment on them.
You just got to take a
Damn.
screenshot.
Let's see here. Traffic. Locate almost anyone by entering their name. This is addicting. Well,
Yeah.
I better stay away from it because I have an addictive personality. But I love that it's like almost like a New Girl-esque style.
Beautiful woman.
Actor. You know, it's like she could be on a sitcom. But
Beautiful
she's also
woman.
got glasses.
Wearing the same glasses that I'm wearing. That's an
Ooh.
interesting
Oh, wow.
development to the ads that I
Wow.
haven't seen before.
I think you're going to need
Oh.
a journal about this.
Rob, a couple weeks ago, we looked at a picture just like this. I kept getting an ad of a guy who was like in a car accident that looked exactly like me. Dean,
That
hold
was
on.
great.
I got to put my dog on the couch one second.
Okay, yeah. Nate has a giant dog.
Hey,
I don't know if you're
my
familiar.
dog's like 60 pounds. Is that small or comparable, would you say?
That's smaller than Nate's dog. It's not a small
Okay.
dog, I wouldn't say.
No, I
Elvis
mean
is
in
not a small-
comparison to...
Oh yeah, no.
to-
Nate's got a Great Dane, I believe.
Oh, damn.
So it's a big old boy.
That's a large one.
I have 2 relatively small dogs.
Damn. And do you feel...
Emasculated? Yes.
yeah, like I wanted to put it correct, and I'm glad you said that.
So like in
Is
the
he-
tier ranking of guys' dogs, it goes Nate, you, then me. I'm last,
Yeah.
which is kind of hard for me
But that's also kind of cool because you're like brave enough
to admit it.
to admit
Dean's
that
very
and to have
brave.
that.
It could be actually a sigma male behavior to admit that. I
But
have
also,
smaller
I, you know,
dogs.
I have a pit bull, so I think
Ooh.
that like that might put me a little bit.
that might. Yeah, no, you
like I
definitely
have to get approval for apartments.
Oh, yeah.
A pit bull, you know.
I remember dealing with that
Yep.
when we
Damn.
had one. Did Dean tell you how big my dog is?
big.
He
I
said
said
it
it
was-
was big.
He said it was big, and I believed him.
Yeah. So
Great
sometimes
Dane?
I have to fight with it. Yeah, it's a Great Dane. It's Scooby-Doo.
Size of a damn house, basically.
Yeah.
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke, yeah. He hates it. He hates it when I say that he's Scooby-Doo or Marmaduke. He finds it offensive. Rob, you know about Nona's?
Only through seeing this image.
That's crazy because they're advertising the hell out of this movie.
This is from Family Shield about Nona's. It says
Family
rated
Shield.
PG-16. I don't know what that
Okay,
means.
not an actual rating. All right.
No sexual content. I don't think
Pass.
so. Are you looking at this picture?
This is someone's horny there, and I think at least a couple of them are.
It's definitely me.
There's a lot of sexual content going on right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't put Linda Cardellini in a movie and not have it be sexual.
No,
This
this
is
is
mild
intense.
LGBTQ plus content.
Don't love that. Don't love that. That's part of your ranking thing. Family.
Yeah, don't
Shield.
love that. That's a ranking system.
No woke content.
No woke
Also,
content.
not look like don't like that, but also don't like that now there's levels of like mild. And then what happens when we get to medium and hot? Is
Honestly,
what I want to know.
wait. What could the mild LGBTQ plus content be?
Aunt Nancy got married to her wife in Hawaii, and they mention it at some point.
Do they like say rainbow at one point or something?
There's a pride flag waving in the background at some point.
It's an Italian flag, but yeah, they think it's a pride flag. Yeah.
No,
mild
it's
bad
not.
language,
Kind of.
mild rude behaviors. Well, if you're hanging out with the Nonas, they're going to do a little bit of mild rude behavior. I'll tell you that much. And they're not going to be
man.
woke.
But it's because they love you. It's because
Yeah.
they love you. They got to
do love
razz
you.
you.
They do love you.
And while they're throwing pasta at the wall.
Could you imagine? Oh, maybe it's mild LGBTQ plus content because he has 4 Nonas.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe these are his 4 Nonas.
Well, one of them is not old enough to be his Nona.
Well, she's a makeshift Nona.
I think all these
Or
women are beautiful.
Adoptive Nona.
Or the wife of one of the Nonas.
That's true. A younger wife.
Yeah.
I'm so
that
psyched
he's
to watch
attracted
Nonas.
to. That could be.
This is the restaurant Netflix needs to do in Vegas.
Yes.
I would go to Nona's.
I'm ready for Nona's, and I'm ready to pitch the idea to who's ever listening, so that we can. And you know what? I'll bring you both in on the deal.
Thank you.
Hey, we appreciate it.
Nate's
Of
got the
course.
Italian bona fides for that. You know, like he's
known it.
hugely Italian.
Just get our foot in the door, and we got Nona's Grill. happening.
Nona Rose.
I don't know how much time you have, Rob. I don't want to take up too much of your time, because we're over an hour now.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Are you sure? Because I do have a little game to play.
You want to start your game, Dean?
We can. I like looking at this Final Destination Bloodlines thing.
Let's talk about the Final Destination thing because this is pure promo.
This
and
is
then we'll do
you
the game.
like this. This is sick.
I
This
told
is
my
sick
wife about
behavior.
this, and she was
Yeah.
excited.
Now, am I misremembering, or was the log thing? That was for Final Destination 2, correct?
It's 2 or 3. I think
Two
it's
or
2.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2,
but
I believe.
Wasn't it something that was only in the commercial, or did it actually
No,
happen?
it was.
It's in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I must be thinking of like the cows from Twister that were only in the
Yeah,
preview.
yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Or that
Final
one shot
Destination
from Mission
movies are pretty
Impossible.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Final Destination movies rock. I'm excited for the new one. I hope they don't screw
I think
it
I've
up.
only seen the first 2, and I need an excuse to go and watch the rest of them.
Oh, I would
'Cause one of
highly
them's
recommend
like an amusement park, right? I love
Yes,
that.
I believe the third one is at an amusement park, or and the fourth one is at like a racetrack.
They're
like
all
a car
incredibly
racetrack.
watchable. Yeah.
And then one of them's a prequel, so maybe I should start with that one again. Go back through.
Rob,
Yeah,
if you're
one of
doing your own Final Destination movie, what's your big set piece? Mine is rodeo.
Oh, damn. My Final Destination set piece would probably maybe like a large music venue of
That's
some
good.
sort.
Yeah.
That could be
Okay.
fun.
And Dean?
Dog show. All the dogs go rabbit at once. And they
I
eat
like it.
everyone,
I
you know.
like it.
But it's because like a waiter slipped on a banana peel.
Right.
Because you got to do that
And
stuff.
a scientist dropped a vial. And then-
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like how these logs are fake.
There's also two. Oh yeah, they're obviously fake logs. I don't think we even said what we're looking at. We're looking at a big
Oh,
truck
yeah.
that says Final Destination on it. And it's
Yeah,
got
Well, I'm
logs
sure
on
all
it.
of these photos will be on the social media, right? Of
They'll
course.
be on the YouTube.
Well, yeah, and we'll be
yes.
on the YouTube. Yeah, we do put these on YouTube if you're okay with that.
Oh, good to know.
I should have told you that.
No. I would have combed my hair. No.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot. I like how they put a QR code on the back of a big truck. That's moving.
Pop out your phone and
scan the QR code.
And
Buy your
don't
tickets.
die before getting to Final Destination.
That's a good Final Destination set piece.
Yeah.
You're trying
Can I
to
say something though? It's Final Destination Bloodlines.
right.
And I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Pet Cemetery franchise, but
Yes.
there was, I think last year or the year before, they did Pet Cemetery Bloodlines.
That's right.
I was not a fan. And to see that, like, not a fan in the way that, like, even or Pet Cemetery 2 with Edward Furlong was still fun and really stupid and good, but they left all that out in Pet Cemetery Bloodlines.
I don't think I saw the Bloodlines one because I heard it was bad. Yeah.
So I'm just that's worrying me that they're using Bloodlines.
Even
I will
associating with Bloodlines.
This is by far the highest rated Final Destination movie critically.
Wow.
Wow.
By far.
Okay. So it's the Thunderbolts of Final Destinations.
Yeah.
Marvel did it.
Yeah.
Everyone's upset, but they did it. They put out Thunderbolts and it's good.
Yep.
They went back to like this movie. They go back to the first Final Destination, like the first time it happens.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I'm in. I'm sold.
Yeah, you should watch them for your pod, right? You watch.
Bill and I should do them.
That'd be fun.
good.
They're really fun because they just
are
keep
very
doing
fun.
the same thing over and over again because it
right.
works so well. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go. I think you're right. Once we finish anime, we can go into Final Destination world.
Yeah,
Bill's never watched an anime movie, so I'm making him
Wow.
watch some anime. And
Nate and I are also pretty much not anime people.
I wasn't, and I still am really not, but I'm using this as an excuse to rewatch the ones I like,
Nice.
and then to discover the ones everyone in high school at the lunch table told me I needed to see.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that too. Yeah.
Ninja Scroll,
I'm
not
kind
very
of an
good.
anime guy. I'm
Just
kind
going
of
to
an
put
anime
that
guy.
out there.
Ninja
I'm kind of a One Piece guy.
Yeah, Nate is a
Okay.
big One Piece guy.
Okay.
What other
let me
movies
tell
have
you,
you
there's
covered?
a restaurant called Netflix Bites where you can get One Piece sushi.
Yo.
And it comes on a giant boat.
I can eat it like Monkey D. Luffy.
Of course you can.
They're gonna have to bring me 100 of them. Monkey D. Luffy eats a lot. He loves eating.
Oh, got it. I knew that.
He eats different fruit and it gives him different powers.
Oh. No,
I
of course.
started-
I don't know why you keep explaining it to me. I know. All of it.
I started doing this bit, Rob, where I started saying about stuff from One Piece, and then I actually had to start watching the show to get more stuff for my bit. So I'm really far into it now.
Final Destination Bloodlines.
Dean, should we do your game now?
Yeah, if that's all right with everybody, we can do my
Yeah,
little
yeah,
game.
I'm
It's
good
not
with
a
that.
huge
Game.
time commitment.
Let's
All
game.
right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my little game. This is a special edition of Real or Fake called Reality or Fake, mobile game edition. So, we watch a lot of mobile game ads. There's some crazy ones, but did you know that a couple mobile games have been made about reality TV?
You know, I don't, but I assume that has happened, and I am excited to find out more.
So this isn't part of the game. It's not included, but there was a mobile game for Vanderpump Rules.
I remember that because I think they did it on Nick Weiger show, the game.
Oh, the video game show. Yeah.
Oh, yes, they
did
did.
back
They
in the
did.
day.
talk
I remember
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot get it anymore.
Yeah, because I did try for like a streamathon I did last year, and I was even looking at like archived stuff.
Yeah, right.
and doesn't
There's
even.
not a lot of content about it. I was trying.
I want to go on a date with these people, and they won't let me.
Yeah. Yeah. So how this game will work is I'm going to read you both. You're going to be competing against each other. I'm going to read you both the title and then the tagline from the App Store of a mobile game. And you have to tell me if it's real or fake.
Okay.
Some of them are reality TV games. Some of them are not because there aren't that many, but there are more than I thought. So without further ado, let's start with number 1. Kim Kardashian Hollywood is the name of the game. The tagline is, in Kim Kardashian Hollywood, players aim to increase their reputation by gaining fans in order to become A-list celebrities. Is that real or fake?
You want us both to answer, right?
Yes.
I think
Real.
I'm gonna have to go with real. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're both right. That's 1 point for both of you. That is real. You cannot get it anymore, but it came on the App Store in like 2014. It's an old one.
Maybe you can't get it. I got it on my old phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't update that thing.
No, it's like Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
Nothing else works on the phone, but I still got my Kim Kardashian game.
Damn. What
Game
I would
number. Oh yeah, to get that iPod Touch. Game number 2, Drama Dome. Tagline: Bust out the tissues because the drama is going to be extreme in the Drama Dome. Is that real or fake?
Look, I wish it was real, but I think I'm gonna have to go with fake on that one.
And I'm also going to say fake. It has the stink of Dean all over
You've seen
it.
through my little lie. That was fake. Okay.
Just because I don't think they'd start with bust out the tissues. That got me.
That is what I thought would be fun. If
Very
it came.
Dean thing to write in his copy.
Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Forbidden Gantries, a castle-building grimdark roguelike. Tagline: We ditch the woke stuff to deliver you a mobile game experience unlike anything you've ever seen. Pop bubbles to save Mr. Kid. Or watch him die in agony. God damn it. Is this one that I am laughing at a lot? Real or fake? My own joke that I'm laughing at? Is that real or fake? God damn it.
I'll let you go first, Rob, because I know Dean too well.
I think it's got to be fake, but like it has the stench of real in the sort of like guy that made this game and is really trying to push for it because of his own personal internet beliefs. But
Yeah, you've keyed into something.
Yeah.
It's very believable. And I'll say that it's real.
Okay, Nate, you were very wrong.
Okay. I'm keeping score. Rob's in the lead.
I'm also keeping score. You don't have to keep score.
I'm doing it better than you, actually.
But I thought it'd be fun to pop bubbles to save Mr. Kitten or watch him die in agony. That was kind
And
of
it's
my
not
big
woke, which I like.
tag.
Yeah.
Not woke at all.
And they let us know right at the top.
I like that they let me know. Yep.
That's how we're going to
All
do
right,
it.
I'm gonna that one was bad on my part for laughing at my own joke, but the next ones are gonna be good. Tingus Goose, weird idle game. In Tingus Goose, you will dive into a world of duck life wonders and embark on an extraordinary adventure, unlike any other clicker and game idle games. Is Tingus Goose real or fake?
It feels so bizarre that it has to be real. Like someone's put too much work into it and workshopped that name and description too much.
Maybe
like
a foreign country sense of humor that I don't really understand, but it's pretty common over there.
Yeah, yeah. And like you can tell that like the ad copy has gone through like 7 people and this is what's come out the other end.
So you're gonna say real?
Yeah.
You're both gonna say real?
I'll say real. I don't like that it didn't say if it's woke or not.
I'm not able to trick you guys yet. That is real. Tingus Goose is real, and I am a little bit curious to try it. You seem to be like moving the intestines of a goose around, so it is very disgusting looking and weird.
I would expect more of like a foie gras sort of situation.
We gotta stream that, Dean.
Yeah, we'll stream Tingus Goose. Next up, we have Bacon, the game.
Oh,
have you ever tried bacon on ice cream? Pina colada? The United States of America?
Oh.
Bacon, the game.
Man.
Is it real or is it fake?
Now, before we answer, I do have a story from when I used to manage a coffee shop. One of my employees was a super bacon guy.
Wow.
Did the meme on the hand dryer in the bathroom.
You mean he was really funny, right?
Of course, he's very funny. and really, I don't know why he was working there. He had so much potential, but
extra bacon, please.
Yeah, that Ron Swanson, really funny character as well.
Oh my god, I fucking
He loves bacon.
Yeah. I feel like this has to be real. It has to be real because there is someone still right now who loves like bacon ideology and jokes.
I'll roll
And don't
the
get me
dice.
wrong, it tastes great.
I'll say it's fake.
Okay. Rob, you can't be beat. That was real.
Bring the boom.
Yeah, boom.
Oh, wow, boom.
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple more.
I can't believe Rob boomed on us.
I mean,
that was crazy.
I will tell you the whole podcast is definitely a boom. We're just going to put that out there.
Yes, and because you're here.
Well, in general, ever since I learned about it, I've been listening to it, it's a boom.
Thank you
You know,
so
there's
much,
5
Rob.
big booms on the boom meter. So
Wow.
That's huge.
That
I would
means
say
so
even
much to
Mama
us.
Justice likes it. So
And she doesn't like anything.
We
I
love
know.
Mama Justice.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got, Mr. McGillicuddy's Wonderflux 2. Join Mr. McGillicuddy on his new platforming adventure through the gumdrop-filled world of the evil mother hen. Is that real or is that fake?
This is the one you've stumped me. You've really stumped me on this one. Because McGillicuddy feels like the sort of like name goofy guys would be like coming up with for their game.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not a goofy guy.
No, but you know how goofy guys think. And so you could also have written it that way.
I can't get into the mind of some of these random guys.
Dude.
It's impossible.
You know, my fear is I could never get out. I get in there, I'm stuck.
You like it too much.
That's what I'm dealing with talking about Summer House all the time. The Valley. I get sucked in. I'm going to go real on this one.
Okay, and Nate, what about you?
And of course, I know how Dean thinks, so I know that this is fake.
Damn.
Nate, you're right.
Damn.
And so I finally tricked you, Rob. I finally tricked you.
Rob, I forgot to tell you what my favorite episode of the Vanderpump show was.
Oh, what's that?
I really like the one where the one girl's friend comes into town and they all think that she's a vampire and they try to kill her with a chair leg. They try to break a chair and try to kill her with a wooden stake.
Yes.
It's my favorite episode.
It is a really good one. It kind of takes a spin from
Crazy,
what you expect on that show, but sometimes you got to get a little weird.
Yeah.
You got to get a little weird.
Power of suggestion is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Dean, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'll just do 2 more because I mean it's close. We're 4 to 5.
Oof. It's close.
Let's see here. The Flavor of Love. The Flavor of Love mobile game will give users a variety of quirky challenges, some from the show, some all new, in an effort to impress the world's most eligible bachelor, Flavor Flav. Real or fake?
It's interesting because Flavor of Love iconically was on before the iPhone existed. So, but I could see them wanting to cash in on the nostalgia.
Sure.
I'm going to go fake.
Okay, Nate.
I'll go real just to mix it up. I could see him putting it out.
Nate is right. That is a tie. The Flavor of Love game is real. It does not exist anymore like the Kardashian one.
Okay.
But it came out, I think, 2013, around the same time as the Kardashian one.
Damn.
So pretty late
we
in
were
the
having
game.
like our iPhone 3Gs, I think.
Yeah.
Or
We were doing
2S.
our beer
whatever.
apps and our Flavor Flav
Yep.
games. Yeah.
I finally got a flashlight app. I think people loved it. Damn. Okay. Well, we're all neck and neck. Now
Yeah,
I
we're
will
neck
put
and
it out
neck.
there, Nate. I won't think less of either of us if we end up tying. Just gonna put
Yeah,
that out there.
I
'Cause then
could
it
tell
means
that
I'd
'cause
have
you're a
to
true
come back for
gentleman.
a rematch. Well,
Yeah.
at a certain point, we'll get to the bottom of this. But
Yeah, you will come back for a rematch for sure.
Yeah.
I'm between 2 right now. I have 2 left. I think I'm just going to do one more.
Okay.
Chungus Spelunkus.
Oh Lord.
Someone stole Big Chungus's golden carrot, and he's going to get it back. Dive through 35 meme-inspired caves as Big Chungus himself, seeking revenge on the Yakuza who wronged you and stole your snacks. Real or fake?
I hate that I could think this is real, like I could see, but I'm gonna go fake.
I'll say real. This is a huge game in another country. I know that this is real.
Rob, you're going to come back, but you won't be coming back for a tiebreaker because you've won my little game.
Yes, Thank God. Everything I said before, Nate, I was a lie. I wanted to win, and I had to fucking win this thing. Okay?
You've been crushed.
I destroyed you.
Really ugly side of Rob coming out right now.
Yeah.
And I will just read the name of the last one that I made up. It was a fake kids game called Poop Simulator. You are a turd life simulation game, funny for kids and adults.
My kids would play that. So
and the tagline was Lorem Ipsum Dolor, because they forgot. That was going to be my bit. But Rob, you won. I had no doubts.
Yeah, I did.
Congratulations.
That was wonderful. I love it.
We got to send him the plaque for when people win this game, D.
Mm-hmm. And I will be working on that plaque very soon.
It can even be just a printable diploma-like thing.
I can send you a diploma.
We got a plaque guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, if it is a plaque and you got a plaque guy, I don't want to put the plaque guy out of business. So.
Yeah, I gotta give him jobs to do.
Yeah.
Plaques are a dying industry.
He saved my life. Rob, is there anything you want to plug while you're here with us?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about my podcast top to bottom, but really we've been doing this thing lately on the Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpump Robs with an S, where Kate and I kind of extend the episodes and we'll find the worst things we've kind of seen on reality TV posts and Reddits, and we'll kind of go a little bit, if you can imagine, the audience for reality TV have strong opinions and are not always following through with critical thinking and whatnot. So we like to find really funny posts, and sometimes it's at the stake of the cast members themselves. Sometimes it's just a really insane paragraph written by someone who doesn't know how television is made, and we just have a little fun. And plus, over there, we do bonus episodes and stuff too. So if people are Patreon users, I would appreciate the support, because I also have this very big project that I can't promote yet, but I will come back on the podcast when I can promote it.
Oh yeah, you're definitely coming back for that.
And I'll announce it on Patreon first. So there's that.
Scloozy. Yeah, head over there, subscribe. You have a $5 tier.
Yeah, I got a $5 and an $8 tier. The only real difference is the $8 gives you video episodes and access to a Discord that not that many people use, because guess what? Reality TV people don't really know about Discord yet. And then there's a $1 tier, but that doesn't come with anything. So
I do the $8 tier, me personally. I do the $8 one.
I'll give you a month for free. How about that?
Wow.
I do the $8 one.
Give him a taste.
Yeah.
First taste is free.
Well, thank you so much, Rob.
Thank you so much for coming, Rob. We had a lot of fun talking to you.
I'm not upset, but I'm just surprised it's taken this long, because I think we could do this all the time, really.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We don't like bothering.
You want me to come on the stream too?
Oh yeah, truly anytime you want to come on the stream. If you're not in our Discord, you can just jump into the stream at any time.
We can't do Buzzballs 2 with Rob, Dean. What if we did Yellowstone Frozen Meals Night with Rob?
Ooh.
Are you a Yellowstone fan?
I've never seen the show, but I would definitely join in on Frozen Meals and Yellowstone Night.
And wearing cowboy hats and stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a straw cowboy hat when I moved to the desert, so I could...
That's great.
And guess what? I got a bandana that has my name stitched in it. So
oh my God.
Wow.
I could really play the part. I'm a bandit, baby.
We'll definitely do that.
Yeah, if you eat meat, Rob, because they're all meat based. Okay.
I think they're all frozen dinners. These Taylor Sheridan frozen dinners are not
What
woke.
are you thinking? What are you thinking? Of course, I may not drink, but I eat steak. So
all right. And you will find no steak in these frozen meals.
It's all horse. It's all horse.
Even better. You can throw in a little hoof, and I'm there.
Yeah. All right, Rob. Well, that's been no promo. Thank you so much for being here again. As always, I'm Nate. Dean's here. McCrae's not here. Rob's with us, and you're the product.
No promo! No promo! No promo!
Bellissimo. Give me some of that news.
Positively